everyone, and welcome to In the Know 360, show hosted by me, Annette, the warm-hearted warrior diva. And today's show is a collaboration between In the Know 360 and Princess P.
Yes,
Yay!
thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining me this evening. I'm going to
Yes.
dive right into it because we're both boss women, right? I like
Mm-hmm.
mother entrepreneur,
Yes,
you name it. So,
definitely.
the first question I have is who is Princess P?
Well, who is Princess P? Well, I'm just a versatile artist, but I also am a person who enjoys music. As Princess P, I enjoy music. I love every aspect of music. Having a good having a good time, and I'll get into more detail about why it's Princess P and why I call myself Princess P. Yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
But you asked as Princess P, that's how I feel. Like someone that works hard, that has this in the music. And it's not that I'm a different person. I'm the same person. It's just more like Princess P, like that's my alter ego, kind of like with music and everything, and that's who I am. Mhm.
Mm, I definitely look. I've been
Mhm.
scoping out your songs, like all your albums, and I'm just like, wow.
Mhm.
Um,
Thank
and
you.
yeah, like shout out to your husband as well,
Yeah.
producer. I mean, wow,
He
that's
does it all. He does it all. He's my producer, engineer. He's my videographer. He's everything. You name it. He's my manager. He's everything. He's everything. He went to the LA Film School. He is also a veteran. So, and I seen that you're a veteran. So, thank you so much for that. And he was in the Marine Corps. So, yeah. So, after that, we just hit it off, and that's when we both clicked with music, and we decided to take it from there. Yeah.
wow, that's beautiful. You know,
Mhm.
I admire that power couple out here
Yes.
making it. You know what I mean? Like I hear it on the song, like like I'm getting super excited. The Pink
No,
Carnage.
thank you. I really appreciate it because that shows that my work, my dedication, and everything that I put in is giving other people to jam out to it, to vibe to it, to have a good time to it. That's what it's all about.
Wow, I love it. I love it. Thank you for that.
You're
So,
welcome.
what was that? I'm really doing this moment for you in music. Was it before you guys got together as a child, or like how? Like, tell us a little bit about how you got started in this whole music industry.
Since I was a child, I've always watched, music videos. Of course, MTV when it wasn't like it is now, but back then when they gave music videos and they had music videos, I would always watch music videos. I would always sit there and just kind of look at Missy Elliott. I was really drawn into her way of like doing things. At times, I was like, wait, what? Her weird videos, but she was so bubbly, so cool, so good, and her energy and everything. I liked her. I liked Little Kim. I liked everyone. So when I was growing up, I was listening a lot to different artists, but my main artist that I really focused on and really wanted me to like go full on was Eminem. And once I grew up listening to him, the way he keyed his words, the way he, rapped, freestyle, did all that, talked about things we're not supposed to say, but I was repeating that, and my mom's like, "What are you doing? What are you listening to?" Even though at the time my mom, she doesn't speak English, but she still kind of understood some of the stuff. She's like, "Is he talking about his mom?" And I'm like, Shh, try to brush it off, but it wasn't like I really liked him. And then 50 Cent, I was all into the music, so I never really wrote anything. I would always just grab the microphone or a hairbrush or anything and just jam out to it, rap to their verses. I would like remember their verses, and I would be like if it was my song, and people are like, "Come on, it's not your song." And I was like, I was a huge G Unit fan too, so I was doing that back and forth. I had the shoes, the clothes, everything. So
Wow.
that's what really drew me into music. But when I started doing it was years later with my brother. So
Uh-huh.
that was years later when I started doing it with him. That was just getting first the step, getting into what music was.
Hmm.
Yeah. And understanding, but it was more like I was reciting their words or
Hmm.
going by what they said or watching the music videos. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Everyone that you talked about, I grew up as well
Hmm.
to all these different artists. So I mean, just hearing from a female's perspective,
Yeah.
that's like, because we need female. I mean,
Yeah, and
it's
then
not,
another huge influence of mine is Lauryn Hill. Like
oh,
once I
yeah.
heard her with Nas and everything, and just all them have been influences. And not that I don't have a list. My list is long because I listen to everything from music from the South, Midwest, East Coast, West Coast, everything. So my sound was open to everything. I even love Master P too.
Hmm.
I still love the music, the creativity, how he was coming out with albums, the way he was being very like an entrepreneur now, how he is, and
Hmm.
all that just really drove me into really liking their style and everything.
Wow, that's amazing. I love it. So, Cali's most finest is
Yes,
here with me tonight. Yay!
yes.
Um, and that song "Summer Nights" that really was drawn to that song.
Uh
It's like, be,
Reggaeton.
yeah.
I'm Hispanic. I'm Latina. My
Uh-huh.
parents are from Mexico. So I wanted to try something different because I was so tired of being called a hip hop artist or a rapper. I didn't want to just be called a rapper, hip hop artist, or anything like that. I wanted to be called an artist because
Mhm.
I'm a versatile artist. I make all kinds of music. And this next album that I'm gonna drop, that's gonna be my third album, because I already have two. I have, obviously, you've listened to it, Pink Carnage, and then I have Massive Flow. Now I'm gonna have we're working on it this year. We have a lot of
Mhm.
songs already done that
Wow.
were done well before, but I couldn't add them into Massive Flow because it was a lot more of a variety
Mhm.
and list. So that's gonna be added on there. We're working on music videos, we're doing everything. So yeah. And
Mm.
I was like, hinting because I really like that song, Cali's Los Finest. So I said my next album should be called Cali's Los Finest.
I love that. Yeah. And thank you for drawing that out because yeah, I'm from the island originally. So the whole island vibe, when I heard it, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
something to I feel like going on a dance floor just because I can like be on a dance floor
I'm
all night longer.
I'm still working on a reggaeton album too. So I took some time off, a little bit of break, but I'm still
Mhm.
here and there giving some some snippets of it
Okay.
because I'm still, but right now my main focus is a hip hop album, and then possibly drop a reggaeton album soon too. And it'll just be full reggaeton. So
Mm.
I'm just expanding to different things. This next album with Cali's Will's Finest is gonna have a mix of everything from G Funk to regular hip hop
Mhm.
to R&B, more like getting into details with love with my husband. We're working more on that. He's actually creating a beat for me that I wanted a certain way, so he's designing that one for us. And then I'm also going to do something more different. So I'm doing different things, not just, hip hop, but I'm also in the album going to talk about more about my life, more about,
Mm.
get more into depth with a lot of things that had happened with me and what I dealt with.
Oh, wow, that's
Mhm.
amazing. I look, this is our first interview, but I'm looking forward to the next one. I'm already thinking
Yes.
after it drops or whenever you want to come back on here.
Yes.
But wow, that's amazing. We have some guests on here as well. Audience, shout out Masio, Free Masio,
Mm.
Jay Anthony, Babdi. So we have some folks coming on here. Thank you for joining us
Thank you
tonight.
so much.
This
I
is so
appreciate it.
exciting.
It is exciting. The vibe is here.
So what I guess what is your takeaway, right? What do you want people to I guess understand about your music? About the
Well,
new drop that's about to come out?
I want them to get a perspective, an idea. You know, my music might not be for everyone, but at least give it the chance to listen to everything. Like from what I said, I'm already, working on something like talking about my life and everything I went through, because I went through bullying in high school. I do talk about it in Massive Flow. There's a song called My Life. That
Mhm.
one was so hard for me to record because I went through bullying. There was a point where I almost wanted to, not be here anymore, and and just kind of like talk about more into different things like that. And I think a lot of us are going through different things, so just listening to something like that might make you be like, I'm not the only one, there's another voice out there for me. Or with the music, with like dancing or popping, like, oh damn, club scene, or just get all good and have a good time type of thing, relax, chill, different things is what I think, like, my perspective of what I feel like people should expect from the album.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, we definitely need to hear more about that. That's life, right?
Hmm.
Our life journey, even as a child growing up, and you're saving lives by doing this. That's what I tell
Yeah.
the artists when they come on. That I appreciate their lyrics because it could save lives. So,
Yeah. And what really saved my life was writing. I didn't know the structure of writing music.
mhm.
It was more like writing something on a notebook and then creating it into a song, because I didn't know the structure of 16 bars. I didn't know any of that. So when I got with my husband is when I knew about 16 bars, because all I used to do was just freestyle and repeat and just be like more freestyle, repetitive with it. And I was like, I got tired at one point. So once he started helping me with the 16 bars, it's not that I forgot how to freestyle. I was more like, oh snap, I'm more creative writing, or I'm more deadly writing. My husband's like, you're really good with that pen. And I told him, all right. So I just kept going. And I think that that's what helped me, was able to know how to understand how to write 16 bars or a song complete and stuff. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So, speaking about versatility, right? What
Yes.
inspired you to switch up? You mentioned a little bit like, you wanted to kind of dive out of the hip hop zone into
Well, it's not that
reggaeton.
I'm diving out of hip hop. I
Or,
just don't want to call myself a hip hop artist or a rapper. I think I'm just an artist because it's the creative side, and I feel like a lot of my friends were actually asking me for it, like friends on the
ah,
side that they heard my music before,
uh-huh.
because I'm talking about going back MySpace time when I used to do it. I'm gonna be honest, the getaway, the way that I could do it, I would grab a speaker,
Uh-huh.
the speaker and the microphone, and then a
Uh-huh.
beat, and I would just record, and people actually liked it. So I made a song called Stunner Shades. They
Mhm.
loved it. So I had my real followers then. From then and then now, and then they're like, why don't you try something different? They were telling me, and I was like nervous at first because I never did reggaeton. And I said, okay. I did it. They loved it. And they said, girl, keep doing it, please. I said, okay. So I took it there since, because I saw the good positive feedback that it was getting.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, well, hey, I hear it from a lot of artists where they're like, well, I'm used to doing it this one way. I don't know if I want to, put rock or classical, beats into
Yeah.
it or something like that. But yeah, this is great. I mean,
And when my husband, oh my God, if you look at his computer, it's like he's already annoyed with me because I'm like, please make this beat for me. He's like, I already have other beats. Why do you want me to make more? And I'm like sitting there, please, please. So we have like a list. The list goes on with beats. He has
oh
beats for
wow.
days. And then he's like, oh, I'm gonna send some out to some people. I'm like, let me look if I like it. He's like, just relax already. You have your beats. Go sit down. So we like go back and forth sometimes like that, because I'm like, wait, I really like this one. And he's like, hold on. So he'll be very creative with things too. And what I like about him, he listens to what I like. So he'll tell me, no, that ain't it. He's like, no, that ain't it. Please don't say that. Don't record that. Don't, no. So, or he'll tell me, oh yeah, do this, do that, or I like that. He goes by my ideas. So we
Uh,
both come together when it comes to that. So I said, why not? If he had reggaeton beats, he had made some because he was in the LA film school. So he had to make like a list of like beats. So he made like an album with beats. So when he was making them, I was listening to them, and not just reggaeton, hip hop. So I started one day writing,
mhm.
and then I said, hey, I know I'm Spanglish, so I know English and Spanish. So I incorporated in there and I mixed it in with my lyrics. So there's some stuff that I like to drop in Spanish, English, and put it together. But I wanted to make sure it sounded good, because you could do it all you want, but you just got to make sure it sounds good and it's catchy and it goes with the vibe that you
Oh,
feel.
wow.
Hmm.
Oh, wow. It sounds like it just came natural to you in your song. So,
Yeah, actually, for the summer nights, my daughter's on the hook. That's my daughter. She's singing it. The little 6-year-old. She's like
wow.
summer nights. She was actually sitting in the studio with us. She's very creative. We don't keep her away from this because it's whatever
Right.
she wants to do. But she was sitting there one time and she's like listening to it, bobbing her head, and she's like, summer nights, summer nights. I'm like, wait, 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 wait. Go back. And then she got on the microphone. It came out naturally. My husband didn't have to do anything. She just kept going with the summer nights, summer nights, summer nights. Yeah.
That is amazing. Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's definitely, the generational wealth in you're building her into this
Yeah.
entrepreneur, which is wonderful. I love
Yeah,
it.
but it wasn't like we were pressuring her or anything. We
Yeah.
were just having her in the studio so
Yeah.
that way she could see what we're all about. Cause she was actually in my icy cold music video. She's in the
Okay.
back of the seat. She was kind of shy, so you could barely see her in the back with the wig on, like getting all she was all into the zone. She's like, Mom, drive the car. She's like, let's go. She had a good time. So my husband got a little bit of behind the scenes with me and her, and she was just like all sassy with it. So she's very cute. Yeah. So she's always the one helping me. And then when I'm writing something, she just tells me, Mommy, that sounds good. I like it. And then she'll tell me the truth. Kids are honest.
Oh
They're
yeah.
brutal. She's brutally honest. She's like, Mommy, I don't like that. That sounds too weird. Please don't do that. So, yeah. So sometimes I'm like, okay. Or when I get writer's block, I just kind of like see her because she comes up with her little ideas with her songs. So she wants to do a song. I said, okay, it's on you. So yeah, so it's just kind of like vibing off of one another.
Oh wow. I
Mhm.
love it. Yeah, most definitely. I like your approach as well. Because the same thing with me, you don't want to, it becomes a job for a child if they don't want to do it. And then you get
I want to give
frustrated.
up sometimes. So I'm like, girl, because she tells me, Mommy, and I'm like, you sure you want to do this? Because I'm
Right.
like, it's fun, it's cool, and all that, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of stuff to put in. But you do it, and that's it.
Yeah, definitely. So, speaking about kids, family, how do you balance being a lyricist and building, catchy, even to me, it's not like commercial, but it can allude to commercial because I'm thinking, and in a positive note, right? Because from an
Yes.
independent artist perspective, um, when we hear about music industry and
Mhm.
commercialism, we want to dive into it to make it like, hey, independent artists can also have a space
Yes.
in this whole commercial stuff. So how do you like balance everything?
I don't even know sometimes. I just keep going. The thing about me, I'm always on the go. So I've always said that time and time again on every interview. I'm always on the go. I'm always that type of person that never likes to sit down and do nothing. First of all, I always, if you look at my phone, I
Uh-huh.
have a phone that I saved, like my Galaxy.
Uh,
It's nothing with lyrics. My iPhone, nothing but lyrics. So it's like my mind is just working. My husband's like, go to sleep. And then when I get the chance to sleep, because my little one, I'm like, my brain is like functioning and I'm telling myself I have to go to sleep. So it's just working and doing what I gotta do and just opening up too. I'm looking at getting more shows, performing more on stage. I'm excited because I'm definitely gonna go to Atlanta
Mhm.
because I was nominated. So that's something big. So I'm gonna be going out there in May 17th. So I'm gonna be out there and it's something different. I was nervous. I'm still nervous because I'm like, but they said that I was selected and I was nominated. So when they told me that, I was just like, oh damn, that means a lot to me
Uh-huh.
because you grow up and you see all these artists, you see everyone doing all that. So then you do it, it's like, wow,
Yes.
this is something big. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. Wow,
Thank
that's
you.
it. And I'm sure that there's more at the end. Make sure you list everything. And I know I have to look. I'm watching my
Yes.
clock too.
And then they could check out my cosmetics brand too.
Right.
Pretty Cosmetics by Princess. I sell lashes, lipsticks, hats, makeup bags, you name it. I have it on there. I'm getting shirts made with the Queen P on it. So with the crown where I'm wearing the crown and I'm sitting on the throne.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
getting those shirts done. I'm getting more things into the website. So you guys are welcome to check out my website. This is my favorite too.
Ooh.
It's a two-in-one. It's a eyeliner. It's an eyeliner,
Uh-huh.
and pretty much what you can do with that, it's you could use it. You can use it for like, say you don't want to wear lashes, but you want to wear the eyeliner. So it's a two-in-one. It's a eyeliner and an eyelash glue. So here you go.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, when I first heard about it, I was like, I need to get this because a lot of us sometimes we don't like to wear lashes, but we
Yeah.
like to wear eyeliner. So there's times where I like to wear lashes, and I'm like, instead of doing both, because some people like to do both. It's like the eyeliner and then then the lash glue gets all messy. So
Uh-huh.
I'm just like, here I go.
That is really cool. Yeah, that's two in one. I love that. That's funny that you're reading into my mind because I was going to talk about the pretty cosmetics. Um,
Yes.
any like new summer line or
I'm working on it because like I have a lot, like it's me. I don't have like a team yet. I'm
right.
working on building a team so they can help me out with it. More with like the pretty cosmetics aspect of it. So since I'm working with that, once that's established a little bit where I can get more help, then of course even whether I get help or not, I'm still getting more. I'm looking at getting the liquid foundation too. I have the pencils too. I have a lot of stuff on that I still haven't put on the website, but it is going to be put on there.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah.
There's a lot of people joining us. So I
Hi.
see MBQ in the building or building network event. Thank you for joining us. Wow. So this sounds like, I mean, the list goes on with you. Your wife, an artist, entrepreneur, mom, and
uh, yes.
so, Kate, in the beginning, you mentioned a little bit about Princess P being your alter ego. Can you bring us back to the princess in the house or the queen, rather?
Yeah. Well, it is the reason why it's Princess P because my name is Priscilla. So I was tired of just princess. So I
Mm,
was like, why don't I add the P to it? So
okay.
that's what it is. But it's just the same person. I'm very chill, very cool, very outgoing. If someone hits me up, they want to work, they want to collab, they want to do anything, or they have questions or anything, I'm always there to answer. I know what it is to people tell you no or reject, like say no, I don't want to work with you, I don't like your sound or this and that. I get that, but
Yeah.
I try to build everyone up, whether it's females, males, anybody. My husband and I, we've always been like that. We've
Mm,
always loved to work with others. When we go to like these events, we're always whether I'm performing or not, or I'm just there, I love to have a good time and a good vibe and just hang out with everyone.
I love it. Sounds like you guys are a huge supporter of just like the whole like indie artists and just people, the community in
Yeah.
general.
And
Um,
thanks to people like you, like also too, I know you follow her, Two Souls on Fire Radio. She's huge with indie artists. So if you're looking, please give her a follow. She's always putting it for all the independent artists, and salute to her because she's another female and she's hardworking. And she, since the day we met, she's
mhm,
always helped me, and she's always not only helped me, she's helped everyone. And if you need to get your music out there or played, I know she did for Two Equivalent. I heard about him, I liked his style. We're talking about possibly working on something. He has his things going, I have my things going, you know but I told her about him, and that's when I told her, oh, and then he sent her the music. It was just coming together. That's how I am always telling her about other artists, like, hey, check this artist out or listen to this artist. Whether we collab or not, I'm there, and I'm like, about unity, about coming together, about others working, because we're all in this together. I mean, there's
yeah,
not that there is like this you know the industry is so competitive,
no.
and why knock someone down when we can all pick each other up and build each other up? So that's what I've been doing. So every time I hear any artist, or even that, like, I'll send her an artist, or she'll be like, oh, thanks, or anything like that. Or sometimes she'll listen to the artist and herself, and she'll follow people herself. But there's times where I tell her, hey, these people are
Mhm.
good, these people are doing it, these people are doing their thing, and she does it. Hmm.
Mm, I love it. Yeah, most definitely. And I had two equivalent on, I think, a few episodes back, but yeah, he's really dope in the DMV
Yes.
area for sure. DC, Maryland, Virginia.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you so much. Yes. And also, how do you define success eh, on your terms?
How do I define success? As long as I'm loving what I'm doing, that's my success, because my success is working and achieving what I love to do.
Mhm.
Because if you don't love what you're doing, then you're in the wrong. Because some people do it for the money
Mhm.
and the fame. I do it because it's my passion and I love it. So I think that that's what it is to me. Yeah.
Okay. And what advice would you give our young women coming up into the music and beauty space?
Oh my God, don't give up. You can do it. So many people wanted to close the doors on me. So many people wanted to say no.
Right.
And just keep going. Keep going. Whether people, not everyone's going to be a fan of your stuff. Whether, they might not be a fan of your music, but they might be a fan of your cosmetics or your beauty line, or your whatever you do. Or if you have like a t-shirt company, some people might not like certain things, or they might not like what you're bringing, but your personality is what matters. So that's what they might love about you. So that's something that people are like, oh, I'm gonna follow that person. I might not be a big fan of their music, but I love the way this person is, or the way this person comes about themselves. So I just give them advice to not give up, keep going, because you could achieve what you want.
Yeah.
There's always going to be background noise and people telling you no, or telling you don't do it like this. If you feel like you're doing it the right way and you feel like you love it, then keep going. Don't stop for anybody. Hmm.
That's a good advice. And so, um, can you give us like, I know that there's a couple of projects. Well, you have one project that's coming out, you're working on with Cali's Finest, and then you have the trip to Atlanta in
Hmm.
May. Are there any like exclusive stuff that you you would like to share, collaborations or?
You know what? Sometimes what I like to do is I like to just, I've learned to just, give everyone the surprise, like, hey, or something. Sometimes right now I am working with other artists as well. But right now I want to get all the songs by myself done, or all the songs that I have on my own. in the album first and then all the features after. But a lot of it, what means a lot to me too, is to have my brother, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing music. He was the one that drew me into the whole music scene too.
Mhm.
And he would always throw me into freestyles, and I would always so small, like maybe 14, 15 years old, and he's like, come on, freestyle. I would get so nervous that everyone liked it. So that's why I was like, him being on my album is, he's been on other songs too and on my other albums, but this is huge because we're working a lot together on a
Mhm.
lot of things. We're also gonna do like more of like a pod. He's doing like a podcast thing too, so he kind
Okay.
of wants to get more into like, like talk or like just have a good conversation and get more on live and do more things. So I'm working on a lot of new things coming up. I'm also working on a music video, so I have two music videos that I'm working on. Yeah.
I'm so
Yes.
excited for this. Speaking about that, I definitely want to share something here. Let's see. I'm gonna go onto your page. I know I'm gonna be a little nosy and
Mm.
share with the audience because I could pull up your. We're short of time. There's this one that I like. This one right here.
Yes.
Let's see.
And that's also shout outs to Two Souls. That's her Two Souls on Fire Radio.
You know what time it is. Let them know.
Yeah, I know. Let's go.
The queen has arrived.
The queen has arrived. The queen has arrived. The queen has arrived. Bow down to me.
I like that. Oh, let me go back.
Mhm.
And then let's see here. This one.
Get them riding the wave, ripping LA
Give an
all
audience.
day, every day. That's how we do it. Don't act like you don't know. I'm Cali's most finest, spitting them at flow. I'm the truest in the game. That's how I roll. Yeah, I stay working no days off. I got them all hype like crisscross, caliente like hot sauce. Get them riding the.
So I want to know, do you have a video that's going to drop in regards to the first one?
But Cali's Most Finest.
Yeah, the full video. That's what you were talking about
A
earlier.
full, yeah, that's gonna
Okay.
where the full music video. You
Okay.
could check out Queen P, like Queen P and my other music videos. They're on my YouTube channel. So the link is on the bio. But
Okay.
that one I'm particularly working on it because I'm getting very creative with things. So my husband's like, there we go again. But he knows me how I am, because we're talking about doing different things and getting different things done. We've shot certain parts of it, we've done certain things, but I have more ideas to it. So, we're not done with it. We're just adding more and more. And actually, when I first did it last time by the Kobe Bryant mural
Right.
and Tupac mural, I was pregnant then. So I was like, all right, well, I didn't stop working. I kept working. I kept going. So then, then we're adding different things. We're mixing in different things. So that one's almost gonna be done.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. Um, well, I'll talk about Pink Carnage later, probably on our next segment, because I know you're coming back to talk
Well,
to us about it.
we could talk about it quick. I mean,
Okay.
that's okay.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because I was like, wow, this, I mean, all your songs, like I've heard other ones, but the Pink Carnage in particular.
The album.
Yeah.
The reason why I named it that too is because I was at a dark spot for a while.
Mhm.
So I was like Pink Carnage, and then I wanted to do something different because my favorite color is pink. So I wanted to do that. So that's why I named the album Pink Carnage. But it was a lot of songs that I did before. This is before I started with the Instagram and all that. So that was something that we worked on. And the list of songs, a lot of that album pretty much has a lot of features. So that's why it wasn't that I wasn't happy. I just wanted to do something more like Massive Flow, which was a mix of everything with me and then other features on there as well. Hmm.
Oh, okay, okay. When I think of Carnage, okay, I love DC and Marvel, so I was thinking about Venom, and I'm
Yeah,
like
I was
thinking
thinking
about.
about that too because there's a song called Killing Them. If you heard it, that's more like a dark, like more like raw. Because I have a raw sound too. I'm not gonna, when I started off, like I said, I started off more like with that underground because I was doing more
Yeah.
like that underground freestyle, more of that. So I was more like now I'm more like I've changed it up, but it was more of a mix then. So yeah, so now I changed up my style, I changed up everything. So then and now it's like I still that album till this day I love it because I dropped it on the day of my grandmother's birthday.
Oh,
So that means a lot to me because I was one. And that's another thing. I'm very particular when I drop things too.
ah,
Like when I dropped Pink Carnage was on my grandmother's birthday. When I dropped Massive Flow was on my husband's birthday.
oh.
So we're very particular. I'm very particular with the dates and the reasons why I do my things the way I do it.
I love it. Yes, there has to be a meaning behind it.
Definitely.
So, how was your experience with NNO 360 today?
Oh my God, it's been good. Thank you so much. I know we've been going back and forth. I know that, we talked, we've kept in touch. I know I called you
Yes, no,
and I
I
was
love
so
it.
like, yeah, and I was like, thank you so much for everything. The opportunity means the world to me and thank you for helping out other artists like myself because we don't get that push by a lot of other, by other like you guys like you have your podcast, there's other podcasters and not a lot of people like to help each other out, so that's what it's all about. And thank you so much because it means a lot to me to be able to be on your platform.
Oh, thank you so much for joining me. Well, you heard it here at NNO 360. Be sure to subscribe to Princess P. I'll have all the informations posted. And NNO 360, don't forget to like, comment, share, please, this episode and other episodes. We're on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter,
Yes.
TikTok, all that. And let's
Woo.
continue to support the Unity for Social Justice. Please
Yes.
free Monster Yo and all our brothers and sisters that are in need of our support. This has been a broadcast of showing love full circle between NNO 360 and Princess P.
Mm.
So,
Thank you guys, much love. And yeah, thank you so much. And if anyone ever wants to contact me or hit me up, I'm a DM away, so just let me know.
well, thank you, ma'am, and have a wonderful, blessed evening.
You too, thank you.